All right, well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for being here on the day before tax day. If you haven't done your taxes yet, you got a little bit more than 24 hours to do it. Our taxes to the federal government fund the important government programs that we often all take for granted. Everything from food safety to our national defense, protecting our air and our water and healthcare programs, and our safety net all come from our federal taxes. But these federal programs and others are under attack by the United States Congress, by members of both parties, say that we can't afford to maintain their current levels. They say we spend more than we take in, and so we need to cut those programs that millions of low-income Americans rely upon every single day. I reject that premise entirely. That's why I support the Congressional Progressive Caucus budget. It solves our revenue problem by simply bringing in more revenue. The CPC budget restores Clinton-era tax rates for those earning between $250,000 and $1 million a year, while establishing new rates for those who earn $1 million or more a year. Let me be very clear. This is not a tax on those Americans who have saved money throughout the years and have assets of $1 million. It is a tax on the wealthiest Americans, those making over $1 million in a single calendar year. Even then, the new tax rate would apply on income over $1 million. The Congressional Progressive Caucus budget also would equalize the tax rate for those who earn money from investments to those tax rates that Americans who work for a living have to pay. In other words, it would close the loophole that allowed Mitt Romney to pay less than a 15% tax rate, while the rest of us paid so much more. Transparency is something that is very important in politics. As you in the press, I think you can respect that. The people we seek to represent deserve to know everything there is about us. That's why today I'm leasing my tax returns to any member of the media who wants to see them. And I call on every candidate running in the 8th District to do the exact same thing. Our future's at stake in the upcoming Congress. Will we pass a grand bargain that cuts our safety net? Or will we close the loopholes and demand that the wealthiest 1% of Americans pay their fair share? That's what the 2014 elections will be all about in this country. And that is where we have our biggest differences in this primary in the 8th Congressional District. I will not consider cuts to our beneficiaries that are caused by our pathetic tax policies, when we can simply just close tax loopholes and save our needed government program with a balanced tax code that forces millionaires to pay their fair share. Thank you to the Progressive Change Campaign Committee for allowing us to symbolically deliver these 33,000 petition signatures that we have gathered on the issue across the nation. Americans are waking up and figuring out that we could have much of the progress we've made since the New Deal wiped out in the next Congress if we don't stand up now and elect leaders that are willing to fight to keep our social safety net fully intact. My pledge to you is you can count on me to fully do so. Are there any questions?